So we're going to start by bringing the palms together into Namaste and just closing the eyes. Just sending your awareness into your heart center. Imagine feeling space around your heart center. Start to become a bit more aware of the breath and taking long, slow, deep breaths. Releasing the hands down. I'm going to keep the hands into little fists, so turning the palms up and making a fist in each hand. As you inhale, open your right hand and begin inhaling as if you could inhale through the right nostril only. At the top of the inhale, close the hand, open the left hand and breathe out slowly through the left side. Stay with the left hand open and breathe in through the left nostril. You might not feel as though one nostril is working by itself, but it's just imagining that you can will be enough. At the top of your inhale, close the palm, pause if you can, open the right palm and exhale through the right nostril, or imagining that you could. We keep the palm open when we're ready to breathe in. Close the right palm, pause, open the left palm, exhale. Going as slow as you can. Keep that left palm open, inhale slowly. Imagining it was just on the left side. Close the left palm, open the right, exhale slowly on the right. Stay with the palm open, inhale. Imagining that the nostril on the side of the open hand is the dominant one. Close the right hand, open the left, exhale through the left nostril. Keeping the spine long. Stay on that side to breathe in. We'll do one last round. Closing the palm, pause, opening the right palm, exhale, right nostril. Softness in the shoulders, shoulder blades drawing back. Stay on that side to breathe in. Close the right palm, open the left after the pause, and then exhale through the left side. On your inhale here, stay with the left palm open. And then releasing both palms as you exhale, bring the palms to the center of the chest, allowing your breath just to find its own natural rhythm again. Joining together for one Om. Take a deep breath in. Gently opening the eyes. Just changing which foot is in front. So we were sitting in Sukhasana with one foot or in half lotus, so just changing which foot is in front, the non-preferred side, and slowly reaching the hands forward. See if you can stay back into your sit bones as you reach the hands forward. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Only going as low as feels right for you. Feeling the breath into the back of the body. Allow the back of the neck to be long, following the line of the spine. And then walking the hands out beyond your right knee. Reach out through your left arm and draw your right elbow in by your side. So I'm mirroring you now. So keep sitting back into that left sit bone as the left arm reaches away. Big deep breaths into that left side of the body as you squeeze into the right side, especially on the exhale. Slowly walk the hands back around through center, all the way around towards your left side. Extend out through that right arm, draw the left elbow in. Sit back into your right sit bone and reach it out. Using your Ujjayi breath here. Getting that whispering sound in the back of the throat. Slowly coming back through center and walking the hands back up. As you inhale, raise the arms up. Look up, and as you exhale, draw the palms back down the center. Inhale, one more. Raise the arms up. Reach up and look up. And exhale, draw the palms back down. Good. Just coming to sit side saddle. So bringing your right shin out in front, in line with the long end of the mat, and bringing your left shin around to be in line with the short end of the mat. Go and take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twisting around, bring your left arm to the outside of that right leg. Inhale and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, looking over your right shoulder. Keeping both shoulders level, drawing them down. And then turning the gaze to look back over your left shoulder. Whilst the rest of the body is twisting to the right. You can bring your right hand now and take it around to take hold of the front of the left thigh. One more breath here. And then slowly unravel, come to change legs. So now bringing your right leg to the side and your left leg out in front in line with the long end of the mat. Good. Bring your right arm outside your left leg. Inhale to lengthen through the spine and exhale looking over your left shoulder. So as you inhale, imagine growing taller, and as you exhale, feel as though the twist is coming from the navel and spiraling upwards from there. As you exhale, turn to face towards your right shoulder. Still trying to find length in the spine. And release, unravel. Coming over onto hands and knees, bringing the big toes to touch, and letting the knees come out nice and wide, coming into wide-legged Balasana, child's pose. So you might like to have your elbows on the ground. You might like to rest your forehead on your two hands. You might even have a block underneath your forehead. So just feel whatever's comfortable for you. Two more breaths here. And bringing yourself up onto all fours. Coming into some cat curls. So as you inhale, lift the tail, lift the chest forward. Shine your breastbone forward. As you exhale, tuck right under. Feel the breath, getting rid of every last drop of air. As you inhale, send the chest forward, lift the tail. Stretching the whole front of the body. As you exhale, stretching the whole back of the body. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the tail. So cat-cows are such a great idea first thing in the morning and in the evening. Exhale, tuck under, especially if you've been spending time on a device, computer, driving, laptop, any of those positions where you find the neck is kind of dropping forwards. Good. Come back to a nice neutral cat-curl position or all fours position. As you exhale, I want you to squeeze down the right side of your body, looking towards your tail. As you inhale, come back to center, and exhale, squeeze to your left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeezing into your right side. Inhale, center, and exhale, squeeze into your left side. As if you've got a tail and you're trying to see the tail. Coming back to center. And then just moving the belly around as though you've got a hula hoop around your waist and you're trying to scrape all the inside of the hula hoop with your belly, with your rib cage. So you're going between those two cat positions, the cat tucked under and the kind of doggy, puppy kind of position with the tail high. But you're going from side to side to get there. Exhaling on the tuck under, inhaling as you come back around with the tail high. And then making the circles go the other way. Really trying to loosen up the spine. Make sure you're lifting up into your armpits so you're not drooping down, not falling down into the armpits. And then coming back to center. This time we're going to move like you're a fish. So imagining that you're a fish going along the mat. So you kind of move the head from side to side and the spine follows. And the tail is the last part to swoosh behind you. So it doesn't matter whether it feels like a fish or a snake slithering along the ground. We want to imagine as though your spine looked like a snake slithering. As long as you're moving the spine in directions that's kind of, not doing on a daily basis. So you're really kind of getting some new blood supply to the discs of the spine. Nice, long, slow breaths. And then slowly making the movement smaller and coming back to neutral. As you inhale, raise the arm up, the right arm up, and as you exhale, draw it down, coming onto your right shoulder. So I'm not mirroring you anymore. We'll bring that right shoulder onto the ground. As you look up towards the left shoulder, you might like to bring that left arm up and place it on the sacrum, or you could bring it around to the front of the right thigh. If that's not comfortable, keep that left hand on the ground, supporting your shoulder. Feel the breath into the back of the shoulders and hollow the belly with every exhale. Keep reaching out with the fingertips. And slowly transitioning back to center. Good. Now coming to your left arm, raise your left arm up, deep breath in. Exhale, hollow it underneath. Extend the arm away and let the palm face upwards. So you can repeat here, raise the right arm up, bring the hand around onto the front of the thigh, or perhaps just onto the sacrum. Keep extending out through that bottom arm. One more deep, slow breath here. And release, coming out of the pose. Good. As you come back onto your all fours, we're going to turn the toes and lift up into a nice downward dog. So hollowing the belly here, you might like to come up high on the toes and bend the knees to get the hips a little higher. And then slowly the feet might make their way back down towards the ground, or the heels. Fingers are spread nice and wide, and you get that feeling of pressing into the mat and yet lifting away from the mat at the same time. Imagining that your hips could end up touching the wall behind you.
As you slowly lower the knees to the ground, I want you to resist as you lower the knees. So imagine that you could stop the knees from coming down and then release to child's pose, keeping the arms extended. We're going to crawl through into baby cobra. So as you inhale, crawling through, open through the chest, and exhale, press back to downward dog. Two more breaths here. Feel the thigh muscles lifting. I'm just going to do these nice easy Chandra moon salutes just to warm up the body, or a variation of them, just to warm up the body a little bit. So slowly lowering the knees onto the ground, resist as you bring them down, and then coming back to child's pose, arms extended. This time turn the palms to face each other, so it's like you're karate chopping the ground. Press through the thighs, inhale to come up, strong in the legs, strong in the belly, and notice how my arms are framing my head. So even though I'm not squishing the arms into the ears, they're coming up with the head. And then lowering the arms down, bring the hands behind. Inhale to lift up through the chest. You might send the hips forward, you can keep the gaze forward, or let the chin go all the way back, one or the other, not in between. And then slowly bring yourself back up, exhale. Inhale to raise the arms up, palms facing in. And as you exhale, keep the shoulder blades drawing back as you try to lower down with the fingers, the forehead and the hips all touching down at the same time. Let the palms touch down now, crawling through to baby cobra. Inhale here, open through the chest. And exhale, pressing back to downward dog. Or you might choose hands and knees here instead. Having two breaths here. Thigh muscles lifting. And then slowly lowering the knees towards the ground. Resist, resist, resist. Take your time. Exhale to child's pose, arms extended. Turn the palms to face each other. They're still shoulder width apart. As you rise up, the arms come with the head. Inhale, strong through the legs and the belly. Exhale, lower the arms, bring the hands behind, and inhale, open through the chest. Exhaling to come up, steady and strong through the belly. Inhale to raise the arms up, and exhale, lowering down. Controlling the movement with the breath. Crawling through into baby cobra, hips are high, chin low, then switch. Shoulder blades draw back as you open to baby cobra, and exhale, pressing back to downward dog. Hollow the belly. Got two more breaths here. We're just going to do one last round of that little salutation vinyasa. Last breath here. Forwards, lowering the knees as you resist, inhaling and resisting as you bring the knees down, still lifting up into the armpits. Exhale, child's pose, arms extended. Turn the palms to face each other, strong through the torso as you rise up. Inhale, space between the ears and the arms. Exhale, lower the arms, bring the hands behind. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, strengthen to bring yourself back up. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhaling to fold. Palms touch down, crawling through, baby cobra, bhujangasana. Inhale to open the chest. Exhale, pressing back to downward dog or hands and knees. And then from here, lowering the knees onto the ground nice and easily. Coming into child's pose, balasana. So you could do wide-legged child's pose or regular child's pose. Slowly coming out from child's pose. And just taking hold of your strap. Coming to lie down on your back. So whether it's a strap or a towel or anything that's long enough to reach for, that will work. A long belt. But if you don't have any of those, don't worry about it. You can just hold the back of the thigh. No problem at all. If you do have something to hold on to, you can let the shoulders relax as you draw the elbows down by your side. Let the heel reach up towards the sky, thighs are strong, toes are drawing back towards you. If this is really easy, then you can lengthen the left leg away from you, nice and strong through the legs. Keep reminding yourself to soften through the shoulders and the neck. And make this right leg strong. So in other words, we haven't just let the leg go to sleep while the arms do all the work. We want the leg to be active as well. Nice, long, slow, big, deep breaths. If you get to the point where the leg starts to quiver, that's a sign to back off a little. So you want to just play your edge. You don't want to go past your edge. And then bring both sides of the strap together. Bring the right hand up towards the foot, or remember, you could just be holding the outside of the knee here. As you extend the right leg out to the side, you could either take the left hand onto the left hip to anchor it down, or you could hold the base of your towel or strap. So just observe that left hip is trying to come off the ground. Can you try to anchor it down, especially on your exhale? Feel Mula Bandha helping to draw your awareness back to center. Again, that right leg is trying to be strong here. So we haven't just flopped it out to the side, turned off the muscles. We want to have nice strong muscles through the legs here. One more breath here. Drawing the leg back up and changing sides. So placing if you are using the strap, making sure it's around the ball of the foot, not around the actual arch, because we want to try and bring the toes back towards the head. Heel lifting up towards the sky. If you need a little bend in the knee, that's fine. And then if it's all easy for you, you can extend the right leg on the ground. Try to feel centered and grounded into that right hip, or level through both hips for Supta Padangusthasana. Imagine growing taller from your right heel all the way towards your crown of the head. And then imagining that your left heel could lengthen away from you a little more. Toes drawing back towards you. Taking both sides of the strap into the left hand and opening the leg out to the side. Or you could just be holding the leg. Right hand can help to anchor that right hip down to the ground as you just feel that inner thigh stretch. Still really kind of feeling your anchoring back to center with your exhale. One more deep breath here. Soft through the shoulders. And release, drawing the leg back up. Removing the strap if you're using one. And then taking hold of your rolled up towels, your cushions, your bolster, whatever it is you can use for a bit of height. Lifting the hips up and resting your sacrum straight down on your height. Extend the left leg away and draw the right knee in towards you. If that's a bit strong though, keep that left leg straight. So if you're looking after your knees, take hold of the back of the thigh instead of over the shin. Feel the compression into the front of that right hip and feel the lengthening into the psoas of your left leg. So a deep hip flexor muscle that connects to the lower back that can sometimes be the cause of lower back pain. So we're trying to feel that lengthening out here. So the height underneath your seat, you could do this without anything underneath you, but this extra bit of height allows that deeper stretch through the front of that hip. Make the left hip strong, left leg strong, toes are pointing as you reach them away. You could have them flexed as well, but when we point, we're kind of deepening the stretch through the whole front of the leg and the foot. Inhale to change. Exhale, extend through the right leg and really feel the stretch through the front of that right psoas. Compressing this left thigh in towards your chest. So squeezing into the organs here as well with this variation of Apanasana. So you're trying to massage the organs a little here. Trying to improve your digestion. Two more long, slow, deep breaths. and release. So it's really nice just to have the height underneath your seat here for a bit of an assisted Setu Bandha, a bit of an assisted bridge pose. And just soften here. Let yourself relax and melt. As you start to slow down a little. From here you can take the legs up into the air, coming into Viparita Karani. If you have a wall nearby, then it's really nice to do legs up the wall now. So having the bolster up against the wall and your hips nice and high if you're happy to invert. If you don't want to invert today, then just keep the bolster out of it or the height and keep the hips in line with the heart instead of above the heart. But having the hips above the heart is very restful for the heart. So closing the eyes with your legs up in the air or against a wall. Coming into a deep relaxation. And I'd recommend holding here for as long as you possibly can. So 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you've got time for. Just keep lying here with your legs up against the wall, or you're sort of just holding them in midair, finding that point where they feel weightless. This is the great restorative pose, Viparita Karani, the inverted body of lake, inverted body of water. As you imagine your legs being like the waterfall, as if it was pooling into the lower belly, cascading over the chest, pooling again around the throat and then washing all your tension away, downstream. This is also a beautiful pose if you're feeling a bit exhausted or if you need to go out somewhere and you don't really feel up to it. This is a great way to feel rejuvenated and yet deeply rested. So I really recommend you stay here for as long as you can. Perhaps you might set a timer if you've got a phone nearby or a watch with a timer, so that you can deeply relax without wondering how long you've been there. So enjoy your Viparita Karani. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Namaste.